So today I happened to check my social media today and I saw something that caught my eye because so all of a sudden I start seeing Smallville appear everywhere. So I'm like, okay, what's going on? And then I see this. So apparently Smallville is getting an animated sequel series with the original cast. Okay, so once I recovered from my nerd explosion, I thought, okay, so basically, and it's being developed by Superman and Lex Luthor himself, Rosenblum and Welling. So, all right, now everyone knows I've had kind of mixed feelings with Smallville. Love the show, but I wish that they had time to put more of the DC universe into it, per se, like Wonder Woman or Batman, because you'd think in a show about Superman, where a version of the Justice League is formed, you would want the Trinity, or at least hint that they exist, besides like Lois Lane walking out in a Wonder Woman costume and says, "Oh, I'm an Amazon princess." I'm like, okay, guys. But so animated sequel of Smallville, where I'm really hoping that they use this time to expand upon the mythology and put in like a lot of characters. Like we could get a CW Wonder Woman. They could cast someone in this that they could put in the live action version too, because they're using the same actors. So it is unclear whether or not it's going to be before or after Crisis on Infinite Earths, because remember, in Crisis, Superman gave up his powers to like raise his kids with Lois. Now, if they do afterwards, they could do this situation where I guess I hesitate to use the term crisis because it wouldn't be that big. It's like a threat shows up, like maybe another Kryptonian shows up, and it's too much for everyone else to handle. So Superman has to power up, essentially. That's what I think they could do if they set it after Crisis. Or conceivably, it could actually be an adaptation of the Smallville season 11 comic book series, which I'm fine with that either way. I think it'd be pretty dope. First off, this was like a fantastic idea. Like, thank you for giving me this. This is fantastic, because it would be it's so cool, because it's gonna be a sequel series. It's not like so they're confirming it's taking place after Smallville, which I think is pretty dope. Now, we don't know that much about the series. That's why I'm being kind of general on what I do know. However, by a fun fact, Alan Richardson, who played Aquaman in that series, now plays Hawk in Titans. Now, once again, I wish that, okay, so he's bringing back as many of the original matters as possible. Totally found cameo in a video that's come to us via Twitter. Don't tell anyone though, it's a secret. We're still working on it. So yeah, it's gonna be that. So now this is gonna, I think this is gonna be great. I think it's about time we got more Smallville content, because I think we just passed the 10-year anniversary of the show ending. So it's like we're finally getting Smallville, the continuation of that storyline 10 years later. So I think that's really great. I'm really excited to see what they do with it. And I'm really excited to see if they expand and bring in more of the DC. Like they could conceivably turn this into the new JLU if they do this right. Because remember, all that started with a Batman show. So I'm trying to see what else I can talk about with this, but so it's developed by Michael Rosenbaum and Tom Welling. Rosenbaum is well known to DC fans because He played Lex Luthor in Smallville, and then went on to play Wally West, the Flash, in the Justice League uh, and Justice League Unlimited TV series. And obviously Tom Welling plays Superman. And so yeah, it's super cool. And so they're gonna bring back as many of the oldies as possible. That's gonna be pretty dope. Let's see. But once again, is it before Crisis or after Crisis? Because once again, Superman gave up his powers and being Superman. But if it's an adaptation of the comic book series, we could see them bring in the Green Lanterns, Eclipso, obviously Wonder Woman and Batman, and the actual Justice League, not the one that the CW haphazardly threw together in the at the end of Crisis. I didn't like that. I felt that was really like a waste because they replaced Batman with Batwoman, who I've heard her show still sucks, and they and it's like there's no Wonder Woman. So I'm like, oh, come on, guys. You really could have, because that team, I was not a big fan of that team. You don't need two Kryptonians. It's really, really annoying. So anyway, so that's the news about Smallville season. I guess it might be season 11. I don't know how they're gonna label this, but Smallville, the animated series, that's really, really like, oh man, this is gonna be pretty cool. Because we get more that we'll finally see Tom Welling in the Superman suit, because he never really got time in the suit, except for at like the very end of the show. Like the last scene is him flying up with the suit on. So I'm like, okay, guys. All right. Well, anyway, that's about all I got to say for the Smallville animated sequel. Really, I think it's going to be really dope. I'm really excited for it. And as far as tomorrow's or this weekend's episode is for Under Two Capes, the podcast, either we're going to do the Superman, the Super Wonder or Wonder Bat debate, or we'll devote tomorrow's episode to Smallville. The reason why I'm saying or is because if Mitch can't show up, because it's gonna be myself, Lad, Mitch, and probably whoever else wants to show up. I'm doing the debate. If it's just Lad and I might as well just like do the other episode, and then we can. I might as well just, because we plan on, if we're not going to do the debate this week, we're going to do this an episode just on Smallville, just to celebrate Smallville universe. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and we'll see you either tomorrow or sometime this weekend, because remember, if it doesn't show up on Friday, it will be here somewhere. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe. Let us know your favorite episode of Smallville. Put in the comments your favorite character in Smallville, the characters that you want to see show up, or at least show up in a way that's respectful to the character. I'm looking at you, Smallville, Darkseid. And we'll be sure to respond to comments, like comments. We'll do a lot of interaction. Subscribe to us on Instagram or follow us on Instagram. And yeah, stay heroic, everyone. See you tomorrow.